Hey, welcome to another video. Thanks for joining me in this video. If you're seeing me for the first time, welcome. And if you're returning to my channel, welcome once again. I just want to thank you for joining me. In this video, I'll be talking about 5 reasons why I enjoy having a certificate of deposit. 3 of these are actually going to be positive in a way, and 2 of these are going to be slightly negative, all right? So it's more of like 3 advantages and 2 disadvantages of having a CD. If you haven't seen my prior video of the CD that I first had, you can check it up. I'll link it above in the tag. If you haven't seen my channel, consider checking out my channel, because on my channel I'll talk about saving money, investing money, and also how we can create passive income. If you find value in this video, consider giving this video a thumbs up. And if you have some thoughts, share it in the comment section below. I would like to read them. First of all, I want to believe that you understand what a certificate of deposit is. If you don't know what a certificate of deposit is, check out this other video, like I said, I will link above, and that would explain the details. But this video is just going to focus on the reasons why I love having my CD. So let's get to the first point. The first point is stability. I have to be honest with you, having a certificate of deposit and knowing that that money is there and is not going down is very comforting, especially in times like this when the stock market has just been on a roller coaster ride, and it's been difficult to see how my other portfolio has been performing because of the volatility in the industry. But right now, with the certificate of deposit, the one I still currently have is doing just fine. It's consistent, it is stable, it's not having these swings up and down like the stock market is doing. The next point is that my certificate of deposit is predictable. For example, if you have a certificate of deposit that is giving you about 2%, you know that if you hold it for 1 year, you know the amount of money you're gonna get depending on the amount of money that you put in. Also, if you know that you have a certificate of deposit for 5 years, you know how much money you're going to get every month. So it's very predictable and it doesn't change because it's locked in with that rate. I'm going to share something with you at the end of this video that I believe will change your mind and really give you a good understanding of certificate of deposit. So let's continue to the next point. My third point is the funds for the future. If you think about this, when you put in this money for a set period of time, let's say 1 year or 2 years, you are projecting a lot of things for the near future, so maybe for the 1 year or 2 year period, and seeing your situation that you won't need that money for the next 2 years. Now putting that money in there and just locking it away and letting time just do its thing, and it gives you this interest and it increases in value is good, like I already mentioned. But then it's also a good thing, especially like now. So I'm going to give you an example. The certificate of deposit I currently have is going to be up next month, and this was a certificate of deposit I opened 2 years ago. And who would have thought that these times will be trying times, like people are going to be out of jobs, interest rates will be so low. I wouldn't have thought about that. I didn't predict it, I didn't plan it. It was just like, well, you know what, I've put enough money into stocks, I've put enough money into other forms of investment, so let me just take advantage of the certificate of deposit because it's going to be stable. So in my situation, I did that just to diversify my portfolio in a way that will also keep that money safe for the future. And now the future is here. You can imagine 2 years ago when I was doing all these deposits for this certificate of deposit, I never really thought things would change like this. I never thought, about this situation. But that's the key thing. And that's one of the benefits of having a certificate of deposit. My next point is the inaccessibility of a CD. Generally, when you have a CD account, you cannot touch that money before the time is up. Now, if you do touch it, or if you do withdraw some money from it, you end up paying some penalty. And I'm sure you don't want to lose any money and you don't want to pay any penalty. So you would prefer to just hold that CD for the long haul until it is up, and then you take all your interests and your money. But on the other hand, it's also inaccessible to you, because if you find yourself in an emergency situation that you need the money right away, it will be very difficult for you because you will end up paying that fee that you're trying to avoid. And that is why before you put your money in the CD, you want to make sure that you have set yourself up properly and you've invested properly before going into CDs, because like I said, that money won't be accessible to you. I'm going to do a video that talks about how to set yourself up before you open a certificate of deposit. So if you're interested in that, kindly stay around with my channel and subscribe, and that would definitely help if you're thinking of opening a CD. So the last point that I'm going to share on this video is the fact that CDs are generally low in returns in terms of the interest rates that you may get from them. And that is just, what it is. Generally, you're giving your money to a credit union or to a bank to loan the money out at a higher interest to other people. In a way, you would get some money for giving your money to the banks for them to loan out, but on the other hand, what they give to you is not what they charge. So the bank is basically making money off your money, but you get a certain percentage of that as well. Now, that is good, but CDs generally provide steady returns, but they're very low. Unless you have, millions, then you can't really live off your certificate of deposit, and that's the truth. So in summary, one of the things that you want to consider is this. In this current situation, these current times, should you have a certificate of deposit? Well, it is up to you. It is up to your situation. But in my case, this is my own understanding. Because certificate of deposit already relies on interest rates, and interest rates are currently low, which means any form of certificate of deposit you open now would generally give you, maybe 1% to maybe 1.5%. It's very hard for you to find something at 2% and higher, which 2% is very low in the first place, but at least you're keeping up with inflation. But with something at 1% for a long haul is something that I wouldn't really recommend, because remember, the Feds temporarily reduced the interest rates just because of the fact that they're trying to help the economy recover from the pandemic. If you open the certificate of deposit now and you open it for say 10 years and you put in a large sum of money into it and you only get in maybe 1% or 1.5%, you may end up not making tons of money and you may end up losing some money to inflation. Now, the value of your money is not going to go down, but the fact that you put that money in for 10 years, you may not be able to buy the same worth of things for the same amount of money in 10 years time. So that is the problem, and that's something you need to consider. Now, could you do something for maybe 6 months or maybe 1 year? Sure, that's fine. If you have extra money that you feel you don't want to invest in the stock market, then you can always consider investing some money in the certificate of deposit, especially if you find ones that are giving about 1.8% and above, if you can. Please, if you found value in this video, give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing to the channel, as I'll be sharing more information about how we can improve our finances. So thanks for joining me in this video, and I'll see you next time.